Welcome to the Soul Align podcast. This is Dr. Michelle Kraft. I'm so happy you joined me today. Here you'll find stories of magic, miracles, and soul. Pure, loving downloads that may be just for you at just the right time you need to hear them. May these stories and meditations awaken you to your own brilliance. May they remind you that you matter. Yes, you, your life, your thoughts, and your experiences. The more calm, clear, and connected we all are, the more magic and miracles we can create together. Okay, so enjoy. From my heart to yours, here we go. I found myself driving in a car on the way to the airport, thinking of my longtime friend and mentor and how much I wish I could see him. You know, that person that supports you through everything in life and holds a space for you no matter what's going on. They've seen your highs and your lows and everything in between. And they have the capacity to hold the vision for you of who you truly are when you forget. They help you remember who you are. There's so much love I have for my mentor and friend, and all the times that he has shown up for me, and I have turned to him for healing and transformation and up-leveling over the years, decades now. I remember being in the car driving to the airport after leaving my sister's side, knowing that that was going to be the last time that I saw her, and just wishing that I could see him, and crying harder in the car, lost and alone, and feeling more alone than I'd felt in a really long time. Just some reason he popped into my field, and that was it. It's like, I just wish that I could see him. I don't remember the rest of the drive to the airport. It's all a blur. The security and the people and all of those things, I just found myself. The next thing I remember is being at the airport in the middle of the Denver International Airport, standing there with all the people around me and not really knowing how I got there. Right at that place where you're facing, and you come from the restaurants and you're facing the walkways. All I could feel was my sister with me in the space between us. And that feeling of the soul field. So much of her with me in the soul field. Just remembering and noticing the space between us. In the field between her and I, where I had left her back in the city where she was in Portland and where I was in the Denver National Airport. Remembered that look, that eye gaze, and the nod of her head in silence, the words and thoughts spoken between us. On another plane, in another realm, in the realm of soul speak. She was here and already there too, in both places, and me in both places with her. So there I was in the middle of the international airport at Denver, standing there with people moving around me. It felt like thousands of them in the background. And I stopped and didn't know which way to turn. I was facing the walkways and had come to a stop. And in one of those moments, it was like, oh, I'm in the middle of the Denver National Airport in this space of the space in between the words and the space in between the thoughts and the space in between the people, and everything was so slow as things actually got slower and slower. I looked up from walking, and there in front of me in the middle of the Denver International Airport was my dear friend and mentor coming towards me, walked right up to me and took me in his arms and gave me a hug, and we hugged each other. Now, this is someone who always travels with his beloved wife and partner and is inseparable from her, and actually travels with an entourage and a lot of international travel, serving people all over the world. And there I was, who I am usually with my family or my husband. the two of us alone in the middle, in that moment of the Denver International Airport, brought together by the universe and the weaving of souls. I shared with him where I had just come from, that I was going to be seeing my sister for the last time, and that I had just left her side. And he shared with me that he had just come from his father, who was also passing to the other side, and that he had taken the trip by himself to go see him one last time. And there we stood amongst the thousands of people at the airport in that moment of pure soul knowing and seeing of another human being in the moments that matter, right there in the middle of the International Airport. This is Dr. Michelle Kraft. I hope you're uplifted, opened, and transformed in some way today. Remember, when you are aligned with soul, anything is possible. Make sure to subscribe so you know when all new stories are released, and give 5 stars to show you love them. You can connect with me at soulalign.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Until the next time, to be continued. Aloha.